Throughout this video, I'm going to be talking about the transport system and how it relates to the tourism industry. There are two main functions that the transport system provides for tourism. The primary function is to facilitate the movement of passengers to and from a destination, and the secondary function is to get the tourists to the transport terminal and to support the movement of tourists within a destination. I just want to make clear that all these transport systems are already in place and the tourism industry just takes advantage of them. There are three main elements within a transport system. First, we have a transportation network, which is the spatial structure and organization of the infrastructure that supports and to some extent determines the movement patterns. Then we have a transportation node, which are the access points to the networks. A node could be a terminal where transport flow begins or ends, or interchange from one network to another. Our third element will be a transportation mode, which are the means of movement or the type of transportation. To get a better picture, I brought you to Yorba Station, which is one of the most popular stations in the area I live in. Here we can clearly see the three main elements of the transport system. Yes, we have transportation networks. Here we have the front runner, and right next to it we have the buses, which is another network. The second element is the transportation node. In this particular case, the station will be the transportation node because it's where people either begin or end their travel or trip, or interchange from one network to another. They could easily go from a bus to a train, or from their personal cars to the train or bus, and yes. Finally, we have our third element, which is transportation mode. In this case, we can clearly see three main types of transportation. Here, first we have personal cars, like you can see here. People come to the station and park and then interchange to another network. But we can also see the train, the railroad, and street buses. Hopefully after that little example, all these concepts are a little more clear. Now I want to move on to some statistics about the tourism industry in Utah and the transport system. Here we can see two charts, both of them showing sales tax revenue, one of them for Utah Transit and the other one for the tourism industry here in Utah. Both charts, we can see that there's a steady increase. Wasn't a good transport system in place, both of these numbers wouldn't be increasing and development on both industries wouldn't be happening. In the past couple of years, we can see that the transport industry here in Utah has added a lot of new routes and has implemented and developed a lot of new infrastructure. On the tourism side, we can see that a lot of jobs have been created, and on 2019 alone, tourism supported over 145,000 jobs. As we can see, transport is a fundamental component in tourism, as it facilitates the transportation or movement of tourists from their place of origin to their destinations. Transportation also plays a huge role in shaping the tourism experience, as transport geography provides the means of exploring the spatial patterns of movement and the geographic factors that allow or constrain this movement. We can understand and better develop systems that not only support people in their communities but also tourism as a whole.